I'm the real Peterman.
I don't...
Wait a minute. I think I understand this. J. Peterman is real. His biography is not. Now you, Kramer, are real.
Talk to me.
But your life is Peterman's. Now the bus tour, which is real, takes you to places that, while they are real, they are not real in the sense that they did not really happen to the real Peterman, which is you.
Understand?
Yeah.
Well, what a ride we have had. Miss Melody Shari has decided to exit stage left. I think the writing was on the wall for that decision, and quite frankly, none of us are surprised. So, as the YouTube streets is flooded with commentary regarding that situation and regarding her departure and all the mess that led up to her departure, what I hear is echoes of the same sentiment, that the cast was messy towards her. Production was out to get her. Everyone were pretty much on the side of let's push Mel out. So I think we all understand that her decision was very warranted and much needed, you know. I think that people who are in the reality TV show space are built different. Those who continue to stay in it year after year after year. They do not care about the outside chatter or how they're perceived or things that are being done to them on the inside or on the show that they are included in. And Mel, she continued to stay, I think, longer than what she should have, but she reached her breaking point and she decided to exit. Because not one person on that cast was her ally. Not one person on that cast stood in her corner, supported her, loved on her, or even created a safe space for her. Not one person. No one allowed grace for her pain, her healing, after being in a contentious divorce. So I think it stems from one common denominator, Martell Holt. he was the common denominator in causing the other cast members to basically turn their backs on her. And you couple that with her success, her her charisma, and how she resonated with the viewing audience, gaining her a lot of fanfare, which most people call the millimeters. So there was a lot of things working against her. Kimmy, from day one, never, never saw it for Melody. Talk about smile on your face and throw rocks behind your back. You know, um, so this whole cast never saw it for Mel. Um, and she stood in the gap and took all the criticism or everybody turning on her and not uh, being in her corner when she was going through what she was going through with with her now ex-husband. Um, I can remember the episode when they were out. I think it was a beach or some type of venue where they were riding the slingshots. Um, and this is after Mel had dropped her song. And her and Martell got into it. And all in the women was like, oh, Mel, no, no, Mel, don't say that, Mel. Quickly coming to the defense of a man that's literally been out here terrorizing her. And then if in that a man that if you have any ounce of awareness, you know that he is, I'm not even going to say narcissist, but a manipulator. He manipulates each and every episode. I mean, each and every conversation that they have. Each and every issue, he manipulates it into making it seem like, oh, look at her. She did this. Why you doing this? The kids. Make me look good. You know, all that. Why would you? Don't do that to me. I'm the father of the kids. You know, manipulates each and every situation. And if you have, like I said, if you have any ounce of awareness, you could see right through his ass. But it appears to me that the male identified women on this show never was able to see through Martell. Hence, they never bonded with Melody. They never had her back. We got Kimmy saying, oh, he's a good guy. You got Tisha saying, oh, you trying to ruin our marriage because your marriage didn't last. So, and then you have production that is pitting these cast members against each other purposely without any resolve. And I think a lot of us viewers of the show who have been watching the show or who have just indulged in reality TV shows, we know there is a level of false narratives and um, for entertainment purposes only. We get that. Um, I do think sometimes production do not read the room and they cause more havoc or they create more issues between the cast that actually become a real thing. It's like the lines are so blurred that the cast don't even know what's real and what's fake anymore. So it's a real interesting dynamic. And when it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville, at the end of the day, it was only one real storyline. Um, that carried the whole show. And that was the infidelity of Martell Holt and how and how Melody persevered throughout that whole ordeal. So that was the only real storyline that actually carried the show. Um, Outside of Kimmy's health diagnosis, I do think that was real. Um, that was a real thing, and thankfully she pulled through that, and she's free of that illness. So that was a storyline that crossed over into real life. So they decided to include it into the her story on the show, and that's fine. But other than that, I don't think any of her storylines were real. Definitely not the storylines between Marceau and Letitia. I think how they were presented to us was the real, and that he was a misogynistic asshole and she was a pygmy type wife. And they established gender roles within their marriage. And so, and to each his own, that's fine. But when the viewers saw that you have a husband that is totally disregarding his wife and making his wife feel less than, or that she's not, her wants and desires are not valid in that marriage, then that's when we, the viewer, took issue with that, you know. And I think that sometimes the ownership is put too much on the woman in regards to that. That why is she letting him talk to her like that? I wouldn't take that. You stupid for staying in a marriage like that. I do think it was a little bit, it was a lot of bit too much of that. And it was not enough ownership put on him, the man, for treating her as such. But the thing about it is, um, when all that was exposed and people was coming at her like that, she pretty much defended him. Oh, that's my husband and I'm fine being by his side. I'm a rich wife and this, and I'm go be my husband's helpmate. And she pretty much defended it. So it didn't help negating all the backlash she was getting, or all the opinionated views she was getting. She didn't help. She didn't help try to negate that, or in other words, she fueled the fire and ended up being a casualty of that. She wanted to quit the show. She cried the whole first season. She got off of social media. She couldn't take it. Because why? Because the things that people were saying were hitting home. And that was real. But we didn't see that. We didn't see the breakdown of their marriage when it came to real issues being exposed within their marriage. We only got a glimpse of that when them two did a live the other day. And or a couple of weeks ago. And it seems like to me she's still caping for him. In fact, it's almost like she has accepted that role. But she is she's starting to put herself out there more. I mean, she got she got new breasts, new booty. She got a new makeup artist, hairstylist, you know. So she's trying to present herself um, as more independent, or trying to walk to the beat of her own drum, but still at the same time being this servant of a wife to Marceau. And I think it does appear that Marceau is not trying to be so misogynistic, but the remnants still come out. I mean, it's still there. So I think what's saving Tisha this season, or what she realizes that is not, that kind of keeps her from getting a lot of backlash, is not having real contentious um, issues with the other cast members. She is getting up and walking away. She's not, other than getting into it with Martell, she has not had a beef with anybody. And she clearly is not trying to have a beef with Melody. That's something that she just will not indulge in anymore. So I think a lot of her dialogue in this past season has just been, asking questions, or having bringing stuff to the forefront that really don't have anything to do with her. It's more or less other people. So she's kind of taking a back seat to the drama, even not addressing Destiny when Martell was there. That whole thing was, again, I don't know. They're mixing real outside stuff with fabricated inside stuff. So it's hard to really, again, the lines are so blurred. We don't know what's what. So like Mel said, there's no resolve. They want to keep the drama going. So, again, my synopsis is that there was only one real storyline. All that Kiowa and Maurice stuff, I think that was fake, or fabricated, um or just, done up for the cameras. Then you got Martell saying, film my real life. You got Marceau and Tisha talking about lazy production, and you got Destiny got a whole YouTube channel, and that she drops tidbits about what was real and what was not real. So, you know, reality TV shows and series, they are a lot of a lot of fabricated storylines. Um, like Marceau said, they take what's on the outside and they manufacture a storyline for the masses. Um, but I think where they went wrong is that when real life intersected with reality TV show life, there was no separation, or they blurred the lines a little bit too much, in resulting in cast members being disrespected, not protected. And that's what happened to Melody. So clearly they're filming for the next season, and it's a season that's going to be without Mel. Will it survive? Who knows? I don't know. Maybe they have enough fan base that will continue to watch the show, but um, I'm definitely out. I don't have any alliances or interest to watch anybody else on that show without Mel, you know. So that's that. That's that. So Love and Marriage Huntsville was a 9 season, 10 season ride where there was only one real storyline. And that's it. That's all I have. If you got this far, join my vibe. I'm out. It's your girl, Clicks and Views.